Few bands in rock history have proved to be as durable as the Dutch band Golden Earring, and in 1971 they were already celebrating their 10th anniversary together, and that year they put out their fifth album with charismatic frontman Barry Hay, the album Seven Tears, and from that album, the smoldering brass rocker Hope.
Got a feeling we're holding the wrong end of the line. We're dealing days, but we ain't dealing time. Go on, fake it, 'cause you're not gonna make it tonight. Sit back and kick your boots away. Hope for tomorrow, hope for a new day.
That riff right there is quite powerful. Let's catch up with the lyrics here. Losing. Got a feeling we're holding the wrong end of the line. We're dealing days, but we ain't dealing time. Go on, fake it, 'cause you're not gonna make it. Better sit back and kick your boots away. Hope for tomorrow, hope for a new day, yeah, bleeding. Pretty self-evident. It's about, contemplating the futility of existence, and in a world where for some people dreams are beyond hope, and life is really just about getting through the next day, just, etching out a meager existence. We've got some organ right there, plus the sax and guitar, and that build up, that
Nothing quite went right after Eden. Your neighbor doesn't know, but he's a heathen.
he's got considerable vocal range, Barry Hay, going into this higher octave now than he was singing earlier, and to emphasize the emotional urgency of these lyrics. Let's see. Nothing quite went right after Eden. Your neighbor doesn't know, but he's a heathen. He broke his mind on what he's been reading. He better sit back and kick his head away. Hope for tomorrow. Hope for yesterday, yeah. So people kind of losing their moral compass in this song.
He broke his mind on what he's been reading. Better sit back and kick his head away. Hope for tomorrow, hope for yesterday.
Great modulation. I gotta say, that line about he broke his mind on what he's been reading, that kind of is very applicable in today's socio-political environment, where people are getting all kinds of strange information about things and being led to believe things that aren't true. And then going into and forming like alternative fact cults once, it's been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt to be false. They cling to the falsehoods and kind of form support groups around it.
You're all alone, trying to make it better. 'Cause you're all alone, trying to fit the pieces. And you're all alone, killing leeches. Oh, you're all alone, trying to make it better. In your heart.
Okay, let's catch up with the lyrics some more. And you're all alone trying to make it better because you're all alone trying to fit the pieces. And you're all alone killing leeches. And you're all alone trying to make it better. In your heart, losing, feeling we're holding the wrong end of the line. Dealing days, but we ain't dealing time. Go on, fake it, because you're not going to make it tonight. Better sit back and kick your boots away. Hope for tomorrow. Hope for a new day. I wonder what inspired these lyrics. What may have been going on and locally or in the news at the time, or if it was based more on like a personal. You always wonder, or maybe it didn't have anything to do with. Maybe it was inspired by a movie. But yeah, these lyrics are as accurate today as when you look at like what's going on in certain parts of the world. Heck, when you look at what's going on here with certain groups of people, it's as relevant today as ever. Some of the best riffs are ones where you basically just have this motif that remains the same as the underlying bass notes shift up, like in a chromatic or diatonic, like it lands on F on F sharp, yeah. That riff kind of sounds like something Mr. Albert Show could have had on their second album, War Motor. They were another Dutch band from the time, more solidly in the brass rock vein. Like this is one of the few songs Golden Earring has done that's like reminded me of that sound. But although you would never mistake Barry Hayes' vocals for anyone. He's got a very unique voice. But I'm pretty sure Mr. Albert Show would have been envious of this particular riff. Yeah, let's hear it again for that great riff. And Golden Earring, the track Hope from their 1971 album, Seven Tears, and got pretty bare bones credits here on RYM. But George Kooymans, responsible, I imagine, for the sumptuous acoustic guitar we heard at the beginning. And yeah, this was the fifth album that Golden Earring did with Barry Hay as the front man. He joined in 1967 and became the charismatic voice on some of the songs that would lead them to international fame. And he also showed off some acting chops in the video to their 1982 worldwide hit, Twilight Zone, which one of the greatest videos ever made. Let's see, on this album, the credits, we have Rinus Gerritsen on bass, organ, piano, synthesizer. Yeah, we had some tasteful organ on there, kind of not too dominant, but just filling in nicely. We've got Barry Hay, our guy, on rhythm guitar and flute. And we've got George Kooymans on lead guitar and backing vocals, and Cesar Zuiderwijk, I probably murdered that name, on drums and percussion. I am not offhand seeing who played that saxophone, but yeah, it's probably a more yeah. The entries I pulled up on Discogs didn't really bring that up. I'm wondering if there's I wonder if nah, the wiki entry won't let me know either. It's a mystery. Maybe one of the people from Mr. Albert Show guested on this track, or Solution, or one of the local bands. Heck, maybe it was someone from Association PC. Wouldn't that be? It's always great to see when these local bands, or these bands from like regions of Europe, the from like slightly different areas of music, how they overlap sometimes. And Golden Earring would put out a very impressive run of albums during the 70s and into the early 80s. Well, it actually starts, it really starts getting thick around 1968. They put out 2 albums that year. And then onward to like an album a year for the most part, up through 1982 or so. 1976 being a real high water mark for them. That year they put out Contraband and To the Hill. Yeah. For more Rubies and Sapphires from the catalog of Golden Earring, see the directory of albums by Dutch artists linked in the description below for, red hot tracks and tasty purples from all the Golden Earring albums released between 1967 and 1984. And like and subscribe and follow me on social media, and leave a comment if there are any observations you have about this track or its lyrics, the meaning, and all that. And until next time, this is Zaragon, the world's most ear-traveled trimaximalist, signing off.